All right, so here's our first fight as a married couple. So Kaylee and I, very early on in marriage, decided that something we want to keep a part of our intimacy and way that we can stay connected is we shower together in the mornings.
Yep.
That sounds cute and romantic on paper, but it is not always that. And as you're going to hear shortly, this was not the most romantic of mornings. Because, guys, here's the honesty. Yes, it's great to be flesh and flesh with your wife in the shower and, like, start out your mornings like that. Like, yes, that on paper is great. I'll put that aside. Outside of that, there is only enough water for one person to be submerged at a time. And we're doing this in, like, the brisk winter. Like, my nipples are rock hard. Like, I am freezing if I'm not in the water. And I'm, like, patiently, like, trying to, like, rub up against the wall to stay warm.
Stop trying to make me the bad guy here. We're about to get to the part where you're the bad guy.
I normally let you get into the shower
okay,
first,
you're right?
So I let her get warm, and then I'm like, all right, get me out of this state of hypothermia, man, and let me warm up. So we start there. So sometimes I like to be silly to keep it fun and lighthearted, and I'll make jokes. I'll sing random songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And if you know me, especially personally, I sometimes get, like, awful. Like, my farts are terrible. And, like, a lot of times they just sound really funny and there's no smell. But
yeah,
this morning was the perfect concoction of sound and smell. And so, Kaylee,
can I go?
Are you emotionally ready? Are you going to tell a story?
I think I should go from my perspective because
Well,
I was the one that was bad.
I would love for you to share your perspective of what transpired.
Okay.
And then I will tell my perspective.
So what happened is he's in the water washing his hair, and I'm standing behind him washing my hair, and, like, his back is here. My face is towards his back. Okay. And I'm just standing there washing, scrubbing my hair. Next thing I know, he rips a massive fart, like butt to face almost, like I'm right there.
Like, if it's possible to contract pink eye from a fart, Kaylee for sure would have double barrel pink eye from the fart that I ripped and the bullseye of her face that was right there.
Not only that, it was bad. I legit swallowed his fart and it smelled awful. I legit lost it. I was so mad. I was like, Kyle, are you kidding me? And I'm like gagging. It was so gross. And he's like, stop it. You're being so dramatic. And I'm like, no, I just swallowed your fart and I am not happy with you right now. And he's like, I didn't think your face was towards me. And I was like, I don't care your reasoning right now. You apologize. I am not happy.
So obviously you can't reason with a woman after you just fart in her face. So
No.
In my defense, and I swear this is the honest truth, Kaylee. I know we've had this conversation multiple times, and I know this was our first fight, so it's always going to be a special place in our heart. But I thought your back was turned when my back was turned to you. So I'm like, if I fart, it is going to just hit her legs and it'll just dissipate and everything will be fine. I had no idea that you were squatted over.
I was not squatted.
You were staring down my butthole.
That was dramatic.
You were, because how else would
not.
it have gone straight into your mouth?
It wafted up because it was awful.
And honestly, guys, when I did it, like, it sounded funny, and I turned and realized what was happening, and Kaylee's gagging. So I am
mad.
beside myself, like, dying laughing. Like, I think it's so funny.
I am not laughing.
And then I quickly realized in my my laughter that Kaylee is not entertained. And so I have to quickly get composure as much as I can. And I'm like, I am sorry. I tried so hard to say it without laughing and sounding like genuine. But I was like, I am so sorry that I farted in your mouth. It's even hard to say right now. And I have no idea what it's like to swallow a fart. I'm sure it is not a pleasant sensation. But by you gagging, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm sure it smells, but do you really need to gag? And I didn't realize that you swallowed it. And I am genuinely sorry, Kaylee, that transpired in the shower.
I appreciate your apology.
But it is honestly also one of my favorite stories.
Yeah.
I don't share it with a lot of people because I think it's kind of a personal.
Well, now
thing.
we're sharing it with whoever tunes
You
in.
guys watching the RBTL podcast, you're kind of our family now. You're going to be able to hear things that no one else gets to hear, and you're going to be able to be part of our journey. So,
moral of the story: if you're going to shower with your partner, watch out.
Yeah, make sure there's
communicate
a no
well.
fart.
Let them know.
Yeah, it's kind of like the grenade rule. Like, if you pull the pin and you throw it, you got to yell grenade, right? You got to let them know. I could have at least given you a warning signal, like,
yep.
yo, dog, I don't know where you're at right now, but it's gonna get wild, so you better prepare.